So, just want to talk to you about a couple of common sense things. Um, and it's based on the lecture we had yesterday. What you see here with these two doors, this really isn't a solution that's going to work that well, because if you had people running out, there's a chance they would what? They would hit that door and run into it, right? You can kind of see that. So let's remedy that before we go forward. In addition to that, we probably want to adjust our railing or edit the path of our railing here, right? I probably want to go another foot past here, right? Will it let us do that? Yeah, it let us do that there. And it'll allow us to kind of adjust that railing too. If I hit edit path, I'll bring this kind of sort of off the wall just a little bit, right? And then I will edit this and make this a foot as well, right? Now, in addition to that, I'm going to insert and load a family. And the family I'm going to load is under doors and it's under commercial. And I'm just going to do a single, right? So I'm going to bring in a single, and it's going to be a 36 by 84, 3 foot by 7 foot. And what I'm going to do in this instance is click here and replace it with a single, right? And I'll say delete that dimension. And now this door, because it opens this way, right, I can probably put a dimension back on it from here or from the top of the ramp to the face of that, and say I'll let this door be at 5 foot now, right? And now that keeps me clear of this other door, right? So this kind of common sense things. Let's move over to our stair. Now, what we also need in this stairwell, we need a door. And then we'll see if this dimension here, which right now, if I change this dimension, right, or if I put a dimension in here, I've got 4'6". Let's insert another family, another door family, and we're going to get one that has a narrow light, a single one. Those are usually the ones we have on stairwells. And if you remember, our door has to open into the path of egress, right? So I'm going to go here and go to door, and I'm going to place this door here. And I'm going to flip it by just hitting, see the space bar, and I'm going to put this right here, right? And what I want you to see is this is absolutely not enough space, right, to do what? To have a door swinging in here, especially if I had people running down this stair to get out of the building and someone opened that door and they fell right into it. So what I'm going to show you is that a few things are going to happen here. I'm going to lose this window, and I'm going to change this dimension to 20 feet. Whoops, that's a little too much. I'm sorry. Not 20 feet. That's 16 right now, so I would change it. I would adjust this and say this was going to be 8 feet. Sorry about that. Okay. All right. So now I can pull this door down, and I'm going to pull it down to where it's just about 3'6" away, and when I click that, you see I've got 2'6". So that's going to be safe. And what you'll learn if you look at a couple of different documents, and let me pause a bit. Okay, so now that we've got our door in here, we know we need a door here, but we also need a door that is going to what? Also open to the outside. And we're going to have to figure out that problem, and that'll be in the last video that we do. Right now, I'm aligning these doors so that they line up, okay? Now, right at this time, I have kind of decided that I got a section that you have cut in there, and I can see my stair going from the first floor up. But I know I want it to go all the way through, all the way up to the roof in this instance, right? So while I have it clicked, right, notice that this comes live, this multi-story stair. If I click on that and say connect levels, look at the levels where I can possibly take it to. I could even take it to the street, but I don't want to do that in this instance. So I'm going to hold down control, click second, third, and roof, and then I'm going to hit finish, and you see how it repeats my stair all the way to the top. Now, let's look at something and see if this works as well. I'm going to undo this, and I'm going to cancel out. What if my roof, and this is going to play havoc with my windows, but what if my roof was only, I don't know, 42 feet, right? So there's my roof. Could I still do a multi-story stair? Let's see. I can say select levels, second, third, and roof. And look what's nice. It actually adjusts the number of risers to that last floor. So that's a really nice feature. Maybe it's something you could have used before. I'm going to undo all this. I just wanted you to see that it was possible, right? I'm going to get back to where I was. I'm going to select my stair, select levels, second, hold down control, third, and roof, finish. And now I have a nice multi-story stair. I can go to my 3D view, come to that side of the building, right click and say hide in view elements. And now I can see my what? My stair. But we need to do one more thing, right? We need to put something in. We need to put in a shaft, don't we? So I'm going to undo that spot, and I'm going to go to my what? I'm going to go down to my entry level, and I'm going to first of all select this door, right? And I'm going to say copy, and I'm going to say paste align to selected levels, second, third, but not roof because I don't have the walls on the roof to do that yet, right? So I'm going to say okay. So my door is copied. Now the last thing I'm going to do in this instance, I'm going to go to architecture and I'm going to say shaft, right? Shaft opening spans multiple levels. I want to say the base offset 0, entry to the top where I'm going to say what? I'm going to say roof, but I'm going to have a top offset of about 1 foot on my shaft, and I'm going to draw my shaft completely through my stairs. So I'm going to draw from here a rectangle all the way down to where? To right here, and I'm going to say finish. And now if I go back to my 3D view and I click this and I say hide in view elements, now I can see I have that hole that's connecting, and I have my nice landing at the top of each step too, because if I go to level 2, right, I have a nice landing up here. And that's what we're looking at having. So we'll go ahead and stop this video, and in the last video we'll make a few more adjustments. As you can see, we've got a window we need to get rid of and clean up. But those are the little things you start finding out as you start designing and start working on little projects like this. And this is a learning tool for the most part. So learning how to use the multi-story stair function. If you didn't notice, one last thing, I'm going to put that wall back. So if I turn that on and say, bring my wall back to me, right? Notice that if I go back to my entry level and I put my door back, I'm going to say create similar and line it up and then go back outside, I'm entering what? If I open this door, I'll fall out and hit the ground. We'll fix that in our last video. We'll put another landing out there and another set of stairs, and then that'll wrap us up for today, okay?